Hello, my name is George Singleton. I'm from the state of Maryland, and I'm honored to have been nominated for the Board of Directors of PPA. I'd like to answer the questions for the video. I'd like to answer questions 1 and 2, but I would like to answer question number 2 first. The question, are you willing to give time, energy, and the commitment to support the mission of the PPA for at least a 2-year term? This past January, following the council meeting, while having lunch, I began to experience an uncomfortable feeling. I had felt this feeling a week or so earlier, but it had gone away. The difference was the feeling continued throughout the day. Luckily, I had an appointment with my neurologist scheduled later that week. I was able to continue the convention and fly home and drive myself home on Wednesday. And on Friday, when I went to my appointment, the doctor examined me and said, "I want you to go immediately to the emergency room." In the emergency room, several tests were conducted, including an MRI. At 1:30 a.m. Saturday morning, a young intern came to my bed and said, "Mr. Singleton, part of your brain is dead." That really took me aback. I thought, gosh, my life is over. I've had a stroke. But later during the day, it was discovered that because the stroke had happened on Monday and this was Saturday, there weren't medical interventions that were possible, and they could tell from the exams that I didn't need physical therapy or speech therapy. And there were a couple of tests that they wanted to perform other than that, but I'd have to wait until Monday. One of the joys that I have in life, photography, and the other is music, singing. I'm a paid chorister in a church, and I had been looking forward to singing on Sunday. And so I said to the doctors, if you don't need me to be here other than to take these tests, can I take the tests later? Can you discharge me? Because I stressed that I wanted to be able to go out and do what I was expecting to do. And so they agreed that I'd have the tests later, and they discharged me. And on Sunday morning, I was able to fulfill my chorister duties in church. So following this period of time, I decided that my life wasn't over. And I wanted to be as active as possible and to do as much as possible to fulfill my dreams of continuing to be a photographer and to be a singer. Recently, I was surprised and honored that I would be nominated for the board of directors. Yes, I want to give time, energy, and commitment to supporting the mission of the PPA for at least a 2-year term. Who knows, maybe longer. And question number 1, if elected, how do you feel you could contribute to the success of PPA? I would be one voice representing many. Through my years of participation in several photographic organizations, among them Maryland Professional Photographers Association, Professional Photographers Society of Greater Washington, and Southeastern Professional Photographers Association. I have been in touch with photographers on many levels of expertise who have shared their thoughts on their personal worldview of photography and business. My sales training taught me to listen more than to speak. I believe these interactions have enriched my worldview of photography, which I would bring to the table as a member of the board of directors. Just this past week, I visited the home studio of a fellow Maryland photographer. When I told him of my nomination to the PPA board, he immediately shared with me some of his and others' concerns regarding print competition, the new style of image review and image competition formats. I look forward to being able to share those and other views and concerns of my fellow photographers with the Professional Photographers of America Board of Directors. I thank you for this opportunity.